First up, let's get you visuals from France celebrating 25 years of the Indo-French ties. Prime Minister Modi has just arrived in Paris. First visuals expected. Remember, the Prime Minister left from Delhi. He's going to be in France for a historic visit. And he also has written a note about how he's going to be visiting his close friend, President Emmanuel Macron. A lot expected from this meeting. The Prime Minister has just arrived in France for his two-day visit. The Prime Minister is in France at the invitation of the French President Emmanuel Macron. He is going to be in the country for 2 days, and he will be the guest of honor at the annual Bastille Day parade, which will see the participation of the 269-member Indian tri-service contingent as well. So it's going to be a very proud moment. First visuals that you're seeing on Times Now of the big historic visit. The Prime Minister is also going to be holding talks with President Emmanuel Macron. He will take forward the cooperation in a range of key areas. Key focus is also, of course, going to be on defense, space, trade and investment. So a lot of focus is also going to be on the defense deals and the trade deals that are going to be signed between the two countries. After this, the Prime Minister is scheduled to visit Abu Dhabi as well for a visit. The Prime Minister had also taken to Twitter ahead of his visit, saying that he is looking forward for productive discussions with the President. Let's go across to my colleague Rishabh, who's joining us on the broadcast. Rishabh, it's a very, very significant visit of the Prime Minister. Talk to us about the significance of this visit and what are going to be some of the key highlights of this visit. Rishabh? All right, we'll try and reconnect with Rishabh in just a moment. But let's tell you what to expect from this visit, because remember, this is also coming weeks after the Prime Minister had met President Joe Biden in his first state visit to the United States. So this as well is going to be an extremely important visit, as the Prime Minister is going to be in France. Now, defense deals are going to be the key focus, like we mentioned, and it's also going to be very significant because the Prime Minister is going to be the guest of honor at the Bastille Day celebrations. Rishabh back online with us. Rishabh, take us through what's expected in this two-day visit. A lot of hopes also pinned on this visit. The Prime Minister himself saying this is going to be extremely significant.
Significant visit. Remember, France has been a long-time strategic partner for India. For that matter, France is the first European country to be our strategic partner. We are celebrating 25 years of strategic partnership with France this year, and Prime Minister is visiting France as guest of honor on an official visit to the Bastille Day celebration that will happen tomorrow. On this visit, the way things are going to be is very significant. We are going to sign two significant defense deals. First, for 26 Rafale marine jets for Indian Navy, and then 3 additional Scorpion class submarine that will be buying from France. These are 2 major additions to Indian Navy. Remember, we have Su-30 MKI that have been operating from Vikramaditya as well as INS Vikrant, but their life will end, their service will end in a decade or so. And to fill in that gap, India was looking for a 5th generation marine jet, and Rafale M suited Indian Navy the best. Apart from that, what we are looking at is something that will be, significant, because India and France will be talking about critical energy as well as clean energy and others, including food security as well. So that is something that India will be discussing with France. Apart from that, these defense deals are not just, buying aircraft from France. We'll also be getting technology. So technology transfer will also take place, and that is something that will be definitely very, very important here.
Absolutely. And also talking about the itinerary, it's a 2-day visit, but a lot has also been packed in, including, of course, meeting with the business heads in Paris, as well as meeting the Indian diaspora. So, Rishabh, take us through the itinerary for the Prime Minister for the next 2 days.
Yeah, definitely. See, today he is meeting the Prime Minister of France, then he'll be meeting the President of the Senate of France, and then there is Indian community even today. Apart from that, he'll have a private dinner today as well in France. And tomorrow it will be all official, where hard talks will happen, starting from the Bastille Day celebration in the morning, where he'll be the guest of honor. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be guest of honor. He'll again meet President Macron. Apart from him, a lot of thought leaders will be meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In the evening, he'll be official guest at the presidential palace, where he'll get the guard of honor, and then so this is what his next 2 days in France would look like.
Okay, all right. So a lot on the agenda. The Prime Minister on a landmark visit to France. He is going to be the guest of honor at the Bastille Day celebrations. He's expected to embark from the train, from the flight any moment now. In fact, Prime Minister Modi is going to be in Paris for the country's Independence Day celebrations, marking the beginning of the French Revolution more than 200 years ago. So a major defense acquisition pact and, of course, bilateral engagement is going to be the highlight of the trip. So he's going to be accorded a ceremonial welcome as well. We're expecting the Prime Minister to alight in a few moments from now. Rishabh, of course, this visit also comes just weeks after the Prime Minister's successful visit to the United States.